G'day, welcome to TCW Unauthorized. I'm Ichi the Ref, and I'm with TJ Thunder.
That's me, I'm back. Got the tassels, got the mask. I'm not in the full TJ Thunder outfit because I don't have my spray tan and I'd look a little bit silly if I had it on. But look what I'm sporting here. Mr. Sinclair's annual TCW charity t-shirt. So if you buy the shirt at the show, then all proceeds go to the Benevolent Society. I don't know what that is. Do you know what it is? It sounds like it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's good. Buy the charity t-shirts and the proceeds will go to the charity. And they're also really nice designs.
Yeah, so I just put it on for the first time. So
Yeah.
Mr. Sinclair, it's not as bad as he might always seem. So
You know, a broken clock is right twice a day.
yes, indeed.
We'll be previewing TCW Reckoning June 18th at Elephant Sports Centre. I'm quite keen for this one. We had Aftershock, which had a lot of twists and turns, and they're going to keep that momentum going.
Yes, and we've got 5 matches to talk about coming up. A little bit short of the regular TCW shows. Always tend to have 6, sometimes even 7, like back at Annihilation.
Yeah.
But I wonder if something else is going to be thrown in. Like,
who knows?
I haven't heard anything, but I just wonder. I wonder if some sort of unannounced segment could happen. I don't want to put that out there. Put out some conjecture. Just my personal belief. These people don't always tell you everything that's going to happen.
You always get a surprise at every TCW show, and hopefully we get one here.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody could be proposing to their girlfriend. Who knows?
Some crazy things happen like that all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
The first match that was announced at Aftershock. It was Mr. Sinclair. He's entering the ring again. How excited are we?
I mean, I don't know how excited he is about it.
Yeah.
He didn't seem overly keen. He doesn't have the greatest track record when he gets in the ring. But he did pick up the win at Annihilation 7 in that tag match. Was he with
Aiden Sage?
Yes.
Well, it does help having Aiden Sage on your side.
Yes. Where's he go anyway? I miss seeing him around TCW. Hopefully he comes back one day.
It happens to TCW. People just leave.
Yeah.
So Mr. Sinclair and Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones, after JJ Storm and Dylan Daniels sort of united to get Eddie Jones out of here and try and stop his abuse of the roster, Eddie Jones said, Mr. Sinclair, you teamed up with me. I'm going to take on both of them, JJ Storm and Dylan Daniels. That's a first-time tag team, I believe.
Yes, very strange partnership. We don't know how they're going to get along. I mean, it seems like everything's going to be fine with them. They've been at each other's necks before. One even hitting the other one over the head with a steel chair.
Yeah.
So JJ Storm maybe not the happiest about that still. That was going back quite a while at this stage. We could, they could butt heads.
The team could fall apart.
I mean, what is at stake in this match? Is it just bragging rights? Perhaps if Eddie Jones gets pinned by whichever one of them, they might be in line for a TCW championship match.
Yeah, that could cause some tension with them too, because they want to be the one to get one over Eddie Jones.
Yeah. Has JJ Storm ever challenged for the
I believe he has a couple of times.
Was it against like Diablo or somebody like that, perhaps?
Yeah,
back before JJ Storm returned from his hiatus of a few years.
Yeah. Hasn't managed to win a Northwest title, not through lack of trying. But yeah, Dylan Daniels, former Northwest champion. If he beats Eddie Jones, I'm sure he could be the next challenger for the Tasmanian title.
If I'm Dylan Daniels, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to then have a singles match against Eddie Jones.
You might get lucky.
He's been on the receiving end of some massive beatings from Eddie Jones. I don't know if he wants to put himself in the line of fire just yet. Like, go back to that 3 Stages of Hell match from, was it Annihilation 7?
7, yeah.
Yeah. That was brutal. Dylan Daniels, tougher man than me or you, I dare say, to still be wrestling after that.
Yeah, not many people would be able to go through that and keep wrestling full time.
And even make their way onto Botchamania during that match as well.
Oh, well, what an honour. It's all worth it just for that, I'd say.
Yes.
Eddie Jones might be carrying a little bit of fatigue, because just recently he went up Victoria to defend the Tasmanian title in Gippsland Pro Wrestling.
Yes, he was meant to be taking on JXT, but then JXT was injured the night earlier at Wrestle Rock. And then stepping into place was Big Rig Fox. It goes by a few different names. What is he?
Let's call him Big Rigs.
Let's go
Yeah.
Dick Riggs, Big Riggs.
Yeah.
I think he, a few different names, that fella. So I think he might have been just as Fox for this one. But that was very exciting to see Eddie Jones venturing outside of Tasmania. It's only happened once or twice before, years ago before.
Yeah.
I was had my eyes on TCW that much.
I think he went to Venom.
Yes, he went to Venom. I'm not sure if he wrestled on the show. But then I'm not too sure.
It's not often our stars get to venture outside of Tasmania, so it's always exciting when it happens.
So, and I'm not sure. I think somebody was attacked by somebody wearing a TCW shirt with a balaclava on as well. I haven't seen all the details, just heard whispers of what that will happen. So I don't know. Something's happening between TCW and Gippsland Pro Wrestling.
Is there like a tape delay with the Gippsland shows?
We might have to go.
It's not on board it yet.
I don't know if they've got online presence. You might have to go to a show and pick up a DVD from the previous show.
Wait until it's in the newspapers or whatever. Yeah.
Maybe Eddie Jones will fill us in at the next show. Maybe.
Oh, he loves to talk, so yeah.
Yes, it could be story time with the champ, and he might tell us what went down there.
We're all just gonna have to shut up and listen.
Oh well. Yeah. If we don't shut up, I'm sure he's gonna make us all shut up and listen.
Yeah.
So the only other choice is just to leave the arena. But I recommend you don't do that. You're staying there and listen to the champion. Anyway,
next match we've got a triple threat to establish a #1 contender for Ellie Grayson's North S Championship. We've got Dean Nixon, James Silver from the mainland. We've got a real fan favourite in Aaron Lynch.
Yeah, like Aaron Lynch is like his videos online. We've seen his promo. He's very passionate about this. It's like I think I might, if I was a gambling man, which I am. I did make a slight profit from the AEW Double or Nothing.
DraftKings?
No, just Sportsbet.
Oh, it's on Sportsbet. Wow.
Yeah.
Big leagues now.
Yeah, I've never used DraftKings. Is that even? Can you use that in Australia? This podcast is not sponsored, but
no.
Yeah, so we put down $35 across 8 matches, and we came out ahead with $38.25. So
wow,
big winners. I wish I put more money on Kyle O'Reilly winning because we got a little bit off that one.
Yeah.
So it was the biggest outsider I think that we came through for us.
Of course.
But where was I going? Yes, Aaron Lynch. I don't know. We might have to ask Dino for the odds. Speaking of gambling, I'm sure he's going to rate himself very highly.
He hasn't done that for a while.
He might have a higher than. Well, I guess in a triple threat match, he has a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But he's no ordinary man.
No, he's not. I'm sure it'd be interesting to find out what happens if we added Kurt Angle to the mix, which unfortunately we can't do. Anyway.
Not in this situation.
James Silver. Well, we've got some information on him here. He's from PCW in Ferntree Gully, Victoria.
He's been wrestling back in. Unfortunately, his cage match profile isn't all linked together, so we've put a piece
of information.
So we can see that like he's got a lot of experience going back 5 years as well. He's definitely got a good presence online with Instagram and Twitter and everything as well. He's been promoting the show very well as well. And I saw he had words with Doomslayer today. It was Doomslayer tweeted that the Star Wars prequels, people got to just admit that how bad they really are. And then James Silver came back at Doomslayer pretty hard and threatened to beat that piece of trash as well. Beat this trash on tour on his way to not only becoming the #1 contender for the Northwest title, but then he claims he's going to go on to win and beat Elliot Grayson as well. So, talking tough, this fella is.
Speaking of mainlanders taking it to Doomslayer, Doomslayer will be facing.
Let's just go too far past Dino though. What do you think about Dino? He just recently got himself the crowd definitely become fans of Dino after the last show.
There were a lot of secret fans of Dino in the crowd, I'm sure. But Dino's starting to be a bit more on the straight and narrow. He's not a total good guy, but it's hard not to love him.
We don't know which way James Silver's going to go, if he's going to fight dirty or not, or fair. Maybe Dino's just putting everybody false sense of security, and he might be a bit more dirty than we expect. But I'm sure Elliot Grayson's eyes are going to be, you know, on this match.
Yeah.
He could be out there watching. Yeah, we'll see what he thinks of it. I'm sure he's been paying very close attention to the outcome of this, and you know, studying the three men. Like, he's wrestled Aaron Lynch before, formerly Mercury.
Yeah.
He hasn't shared the ring with either James Silver or Dean Nixon, so I believe that's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
As long as he keeps Steve the Cat's name out of his damn mouth, then it should be fine.
Yeah, he should be safe then.
Yeah. But as you were saying, Doomslayer
versus Joel Hagen.
Yeah, like, we haven't seen Doomslayer for a while. He wasn't on the last show, the first show that he's missed for
quite a while.
Since the previous Annihilation. Annihilation 9, so...
Yeah, he got beaten up pretty badly by Diablo, mask ripped, and now he says there's going to be a new Doomslayer reinvention.
Yes. It's going to be a coming out party for Doomslayer.
Oh, it is Pride Month, so we're quite happy to see that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so do you have any predictions on where Doomslayer is going to go? Can you read his mind?
Well, I haven't had that deeper conversation with him, but he's definitely excited to step back into a TCW ring, back in front of the fans, and I feel like he's confident that the crowd's going to be on his side, and like, he's going to be fighting fair. He's been
fighting fair.
Absolutely,
That's good to hear.
He's changed, you know, his methodology. I don't think he's going to be like trying to attack people with a steel chain anymore. But it's like, where did that get him? It got him absolutely nowhere, except that one time where he hit Mike Murphy in the face and knocked him out.
Anyone,
over the top.
Anyone could beat Mike Murphy.
Yeah, they tend to not need a steel chain as well, but Doomslayer did.
Yeah.
But we'll see some new offense from Doomslayer. I hear that he's been... I haven't seen him at training. I don't know if you've seen him at training.
Not very often.
Just working out in the warehouse and trying out some new moves.
Got his own ring, maybe, practicing.
He might do, yeah. He doesn't put up much training footage.
Like wooden planks, maybe a little bit of cover over it, and he just trains on that. Cause
he probably just does it on
concrete.
A slab of concrete.
Yeah.
But looking forward to seeing what Doomslayer brings. It could be turning things around at long last. We've seen a couple of promos from him. We've seen that he's all fired up as well to stick up for TCW against these mainlanders that just want to come down here and just to fill out their resume, I guess.
Beat us up.
But so speaking of the people coming down, so Doomslayer's taking on Joel Hagen. Very experienced. He's 6'6", 111 kilos, 21 years old. He's got 67 matches.
At least 67 matches. Could be more that aren't on this website.
Like, if we go to the career tab here, he's got, because like for wrestlers pretty much primarily for EPW over in Perth, WA. Yeah. So they perform at the Easter show,
right.
So they have like a week-long show. And so, looking at his profile here, he's got 18 matches in one month, and then 15 matches in another month. So he's got a lot more experience than Doomslayer. He's a lot younger than Doomslayer.
Imagine if TCW just had a week where we'd just be wrestling.
Yeah, like the closest the TCW gets is Chili Skyfire or Summer Beats, where some wrestlers
3 matches
did between 2 to 4 matches in the one day. So, but it would be really cool if TCW had the opportunity to wrestle that much to get that experience. If you're only wrestling pretty much once every 2 months, or less for some people, it's hard to. You're going to be a lot more rested up, but you're also not going to have that experience.
So he knows what it's like to work through fatigue. He wrestles that whole week and every show day. So he's going to fly down to Tasmania, and he's probably going to be completely fine. Fatigue's not going to be an issue for him.
He's wrestling a match on June 11th as well against the Don in EPW. So he's got that 1 week turnaround. Yep. I'm sure that's going to be no problem for Joel Hagen.
Doomslayer is going to be up against it, but hopefully this new bag of tricks can get him the win.
Yeah. We've got a championship reign of sorts here. We're looking at Joel Hagen. He's got in the 2021 the EPW Rising Star Cup champion. So
we don't have all of the matches here when he won it, when he lost it, but we know he held it for 63 days. So
I think it's an annual tournament.
Oh, right.
So I think it's that sort of thing.
Hmm.
And it doesn't actually defend it, I don't think. Just a new tournament with the next sort of crop of people for the next year.
All right.
So a lot of experience. Like, they would have been wrestling multiple matches in the day as well, I assume.
Yeah.
So
Get keen to see Joe Hagen. Next, another mainlander we're all going to get keen to see. Katie Lux flying down from Melbourne, taking on Ali Galvin again. This was a great match of Annihilation.
it was just announced today as well. Like, just
It was minutes before we started this.
yes, it was. We thought that had you challenged? What did Ali Galvin say back in the video when it was posted? Was it specific Katie Lux, or did she want Skylar Cruz? Because I'm sure she's got a bone to pick with both of them after.
I'm sure she was happy to just get her hands on either one of them,
Yeah.
try and get a win back, and maybe try and get Skylar Cruz in the ring. But unfortunately, we're not going to get that at this show. The long-awaited TCW debut of Skylar Cruz still not coming to fruition.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was hard enough to get Katie Lux down here as well in the first place, and then she's back again. Well, the show hasn't happened yet, but let's assume that she's coming down. And Ali Galvin, wants to settle that score. She's what, 0-1, 2? Well, it was meant to be a triple threat. Did she not get stabbed in this back when Charlie Rose?
Well, Ali Galvin, she beat Charlie Rose 1-on-1 at Annihilation.
Who did what?
Ali Galvin.
No, but back with the December show when Charlie Rose attacked Ali Galvin behind her back. No, that was. We just had to cut that bit out because I made an error.
You made a fatal mistake.
Yeah. Violent Blitz is who I was thinking of.
Oh, there we go. He's onto it.
My apologies. I was thinking that was Katie Lux, and then Charlie Rose had came in and stabbed her with a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
As you do in December.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I think Ali Galvin, absolutely, she wants to.
Look, she's seen what Katie Lux can do. She's seen some of her tricks. I don't agree with the stuff that Katie Lux does in the ring. I must admit, very entertaining match at Annihilation. I'm keen to see what happens again.
She's been wrestling a lot over in Deathmatch Down Under as well, so she's fresh, ready to go.
Yeah.
Been dealing with some violence over there.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
We don't do a lot of that down in Tasmania, but look,
But if Ali Galvin wants to do large tubes, I'm sure she'll oblige.
Yeah. So if Mr. Sinclair gets it okayed, then there's not a lot I can do. So we're not going to advertise that might happen, but
you want to make sure you got some gloves.
Mind.
Take some gloves with you just in case, because you don't
Good
know.
idea.
You don't want to get your hands all cut up.
No.
Yeah, so excited to see that as well.
Yeah, hopefully Ali Galvin can get one back.
And then the final match that's announced, or if I skipped anything.
No, that's it. 5 matches.
We're coming down. Then Liam Lacey versus Zach Archer for the Liam Lacey Wrestling Championship.
TCW's newest belt, although it's not officially a TCW championship. It's Liam Lacey Wrestling Championship. So would it be an LLW championship? Liam Lacey presented the old TCW Tasmanian title belt at Aftershock.
Yep.
Yeah. He said, this is going to be the Liam Lacey Championship, and he's going to bring proper wrestling back to TCW. None of the Mr. Sinclair shenanigans and all that. He wants TCW to be, actual fair one-on-one contests.
And did he say that he wants to defend against all the people that he hasn't beaten? Was that something that he'd said, or am I? Was that
maybe?
Or maybe he was specifically talking about Zach Archer because he's never actually beaten Zach Archer.
Faced him many times.
Not counting the these. I've got a whole list of matches. There's been 12 matches where they've either been against each other on the same side, or like a rumble or 3-way, that sort of thing. But if we go back to the second ever TCW event, Liam Lacey as Omega versus Zach Archer, went 2 minutes 34, ended in a no contest. I think that was when your old mate.
Oh, Kilrod.
Kilrod came out and bet on both them. You're much better at this than me.
He will get payback one day. But, he ruined that match for them, no contest. Their debuts ending in a no contest must have been a real kick in the guts. But they did get to fight each other again 2 years later at Skyfire, in which Zach Archer won. And then in 2019, they had 3 matches against each other. Zach Archer won all of them.
Yeah, so at Annihilation 7, that was the standard normal match. No, 6. Yep. No, not 7.
6.
Yeah. And then at TCW Jaded, it was one of these. Oh, yeah, and then the third one was the ladder match.
Yeah.
At TCW Vertigo. I remember being there in person for that one as well.
Same. That was my third TCW show that I attended.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I started training. I thought it was a great match. They really went to war on each other, and we're finally going to get this match again. Yeah.
And so Liam's hoping to turn that record around a little bit there. So he handpicked his opponent. Zach Archer more than happy to take him on. This should be the match of the night, don't you think? What do you
very keen to see this. This is going to blow people away, I'd say.
Yeah. Did Liam wrestle on the last show? He didn't, did he?
No,
he just came out with that. So
that's all the business he has.
He's going to be so ready. Yeah. This will be great.
Hopefully this Liam Lacey Wrestling Championship is actually going to bring a lot to TCW, a lot of excitement, a lot of great entertainment, and I just really want to see the match now. Like, I'm pumped up. I hope I'm reffing it too. Yeah.
Yes. I predict that you will be.
I better be.
5 matches on the show. You could even be refereeing all of them. What do you think?
Too easy. I'll do it.
For the first time?
It would be the first time.
Do the clean sweep.
Yeah. Just to knock it off. If I do it at least once, then I won't pester anyone about it again.
Yeah. Which one do you think you would have to really have your working boots on the most? Do you think like Mr. Sinclair and Eddie Jones, that could be up to...
That would be a lot of mental work, I'd say.
Because, how much are you going to reprimand your boss, Mr. Sinclair? Like, you don't know what... he could threaten you. He could try to, show you a little bit of the bling-bling.
Oh, I wouldn't be too disappointed with that.
I heard that his money doesn't jingle. It folds.
Right.
Yeah. You're not on TikTok?
I don't watch TikTok.
Okay.
we don't get TikTok down Penguin. It doesn't work on reception.
It'll be there in 4 years' time.
Yeah.
Let's catch it up. Okay.
Miss Sinclair and Eddie Jones. I think 2-on-2 is a little bit too even for them. Who knows if it's going to be 3-on-2? That's what I've got to think about when I go out and ref that match.
Who's the third man?
I don't know.
Is it going to be you?
Oh, give me something to do, I suppose.
I think you'll be doing plenty. Yeah. As for everyone else, I think you should be alright. Like, I don't know what this Joel Hagen's going to bring. We don't know if maybe Doomslayer's not going to be so squeaky clean as he says he's going to be.
It would be disappointing, but likely.
So, despite if Mr. Sinclair is naughty or nice, we should all pick up the TCW t-shirt.
Buy those shirts. They look really good. Goes to charity.
Yep, goes to a good cause. So that's end of TCW stuff. Do you want to talk briefly about other wrestling you've been watching? You want to talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of Super Juniors? That's just been wrapped up.
Yeah, sure.
Well, so what's that been like? I haven't watched any of it. I haven't watched New Japan for a long time.
Who we've got in the finals, which will be Friday night. He was very predictable. We got Harambe versus Desperado. I'm keen to see it though. Harambe and El Desperado was the final in 2020. It was a great match. Really solidified El Desperado as a top contender. We'll get it again this year in the same venue. I see El Desperado, I think he's reached that level where he can take the Super Junior trophy for the first time, then win back the Junior Heavyweight Championship that he's held twice already.
So who is the Junior Champion?
Taiji Ishimori from Bullet Club won it back at Dontaku in May. Yeah, he's held it through the tournament. He got 12 points, nearly made the final. But yeah, I see El Desperado taking the trophy and taking the belt back.
So how did everybody else go? Like, there had a lot of new people in it?
Yeah, a lot of fresh faces.
Was there anyone that was sort of a bit of a bust and didn't do that well? Like, not just points-wise, but, performance-wise?
I'm not one to really critique anyone's performances too much.
Speaking strictly as a fan, though, at this point.
Yeah, I'd say so. Taguchi, in terms of points, was a bust, but he was the most entertaining person in the tournament. In every match, he had a different trick up his sleeve, more excitement, and...
There was a trick down his pants I keep hearing about.
Yeah.
Pulling his pants down a lot, apparently.
It was interesting to see what he was doing in that tournament. Performance-wise, everyone towards the end of the tournament, they picked up something and they were going well. I'd say Wheeler Yuta almost was there, but then it wasn't quite it. There was still a bit of a disconnect, I think, because he's always been in America and all that.
He's wrestled against some of those people, probably in New Japan, strong, hasn't he?
Oh,
at least the style.
The style.
Yeah.
Something wasn't quite there, but I think if he did another tour, he'd easily pick it up.
Yeah.
The fans were getting behind him, and he did well points-wise, 10 points. That's a good sign for him in New Japan.
So you got more wins than losses then? So
5 and 4.
Yeah.
That's it.
And so do you think that's jumping a little bit ahead to Forbidden Door? So Robbie Eagles had beat him in, was it round 1 or something? And he wants to shot at his ROH.
Yeah, Robbie Eagles has challenged.
Pure title. So do you think that match could happen at Forbidden Door?
I hope so, because that would be great. Yeah, I love watching Robbie Eagles, and I'd love to see him on that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Robbie Eagles, also 10 points. 2 people 10 points in B-Block. It was Eagles and Yuta, so they're neck and neck right now.
Yeah.
Yo did a little bit worse than I thought he would. And I just think he wasn't quite there. He had a lot of passion last year and early this year when he was just going after show. He was just beating up everyone, showing a lot of fire for being turned on by show. This tour, he was just kind of...
Just there?
Yeah, he was just there. Only got 8 points, which, puts him on par with Master Wato, all those great wrestlers. I just wanted more out of him.
Less points than Master Wato, it's a bad sign though, isn't it?
He was even.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
4 and 4.
So it wasn't that bad, but yeah. From making the finals in the last Super Juniors tournament, which keep in mind was only December 2021. So that's like 6 months ago he was in the final. Now he's just middle of the table.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was disappointing to see him end a tournament like that, but hopefully he can pick himself back up.
But so it was a good tour overall. Did you watch it all or just most of it?
I'd say 99% of it.
Any match of the year contenders? Like not the match of the year, but make your top 10? Because we both voted in the Voices of Wrestling end of year matches last year. So I've got a few matches. We just had AEW Double or Nothing. There might be 1 or 2 that would be my current top 10. That could change by the end of the year. And I've got some other things I've seen earlier from this year that would be in there. I've got my number 1 match locked in still. That's
really
the one a death match down under the Richie Taylor's retirement match.
Yeah,
against
it's going to be hard to beat. A lot there.
Yeah.
I'd say it depends what you're looking for. If you really like the athletic type stuff, Ace Austin, Alex Zane was really good. Everyone knew that match was going to be really athletic and all that, but they ended up putting together a really nice match with all that as well. If you like me and you just like a basic to the point story, a bit of goofiness, not too long, Taguchi vs Clark Connors, I'd say was really fun. Because Clark Connors, he wanted to prove to Taguchi that he had a stronger ass. Because to be fair, he does have quite a large ass. So I was really buying into that. Maybe Clark Connors could out-ass the ass man.
Yeah,
great.
Billy Gunn was there as well.
Unfortunately not. Yeah.
Billy Gunn and Taguchi, when's that match going to happen? Forbidden Door.
Yeah, he could. He could.
That'll be a dark match.
Yeah. Taguchi versus Sho, when Taguchi replaced Sho's wrench with a banana. Much to the,
okay.
Yeah.
How did he? Was it like in something?
It.
Okay.
When Sho was down, he switched them around, and Sho's face when he was about to finish off Taguchi, and what's he got? A banana. And his face is priceless. Yeah.
As long as it's entertaining, I suppose.
That's what I was looking for, to be honest.
Yeah.
There wasn't as much like match of the year contenders, epic matches this
year. It's not like Ricochet and Will Ospreay that year kind of thing with some real crazy stuff. If you're into that.
It's not always my cup of tea. But yeah, I can understand what you mean.
Yeah.
It was solid.
That's a match that you showed up. It's like, man, have you seen this? This is nuts. Yeah.
Crazy.
But there was probably not so much of that stuff.
No, there was a lot less acrobatics and all that in this tour.
Okay.
When you compare it to Best of Super Juniors of the past, this one's a lot more grounded, technical, a lot more sort of what you'd see in a G1, just with slightly smaller, skinnier people, I suppose. Very solid tour. definitely wasn't bad by any means. I think they're just sort of getting used to Super Juniors being 10 and 10 again instead of one block of 10.
Yeah.
A lot of new people, so that can be hard to work around. But yeah, I'd say check out a lot from that. It was fun.
And any Pro Wrestling Noah at all?
Not so much this month.
No. Just not as much on, or you just haven't been watching it as much?
I can't remember much that's happened recently.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Rene Dupree lost the tag belts to Michael Elgin, so that's why I haven't been watching much.
Who was his tag partner? What?
Michael Elgin teamed with Master Kitamiya.
Yeah, and who was Rene Dupree with?
A really long name. El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr.
Oh, yeah, I know who it is. Is he from CMLL or the other one?
IWRG. It's like some deathmatch India, I think.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I can think. Keiji Muto is returning from injury.
Yeah.
He's 59 now. Yeah. Just a ripe young age to win the GHC heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Dragon Gate, King of Gate, semi-finals and final will be on tomorrow night. In the semis, we've got Shuji Kondo, Shun Skywalker, Yuki Yoshioka, and an injury replacement for Jason Lee. Yeah, Jason Lee was concussed in his quarterfinal victory, which is really unfortunate.
This won't be up before then.
No.
But hopefully they're all good matches. What did you think about Jeff Cobb and Great O'Khan appearing on Dynamite last week?
Oh, it's good. They're two really good wrestlers.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get to be on American TV more.
So that'll be a setup for Forbidden Door. So I'm assuming a lot of the Dynamites and Rampages will have some crossover with New Japan and be setting up those matches.
I expect that to happen. It'll probably start in about 2 weeks' time because we're about to have New Japan's Dominion, which is like their second biggest show of the year at Saga Castle.
CM Punk's going to turn up at Dominion?
I don't think he'd be bothered.
Why's that?
He doesn't seem like that kind of guy.
Is he going to take on a card of that?
They're not going to do that match.
What are they going to do? Will there be a tag match against each other?
Yeah, it won't be as big as people expect.
There's got to be a couple of singles matches.
CM Punk versus Kenta is one that's been brewing on Twitter for a while.
Yeah. From Kenta's side, I think.
Yeah, very one-sided. He's not even back from injury yet, so we don't know if or how that can happen. Yeah, Forbidden Door. I can't tell you anything. They haven't built a lot yet.
Yeah, still early. It'll be a good show. I'm excited.
I'm expecting some maybe Bullet Club, some Guerrillas of Destiny Elite stuff.
Yeah,
that's been a
Jay White's going to be doing something.
Big story that's happened there on New Japan. Check that out. Tama Tonga's finally babyface after about 10 years as a heel.
Good stuff. Alright, so I think that's, unless you've got anything else to bring up on the show? Any shout outs or anything?
No.
Your mum's birthday coming up soon?
Oh, it is too, yeah. It's not really a public event though.
Well, you invited everybody from your friends list to it.
Not my friends list, it's mum's friends list.
Oh, okay. Alright then, well, thanks for watching. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, share, tell your friends, tell everybody to watch TCW on demand.com or something like that.
Not that expensive. I think it's like $8 a month.
Yeah.
Too easy. You won't even realise you've subscribed.
Yeah. It's easy to unsubscribe, but don't worry about that because you won't need to.
Yeah.
You're not going to get trapped into something like that bloody Australian pivot chair wrestling thing. I still can't figure out how to get out of it. Alright. Well, I'm going to go talk to my lawyers about this other matter. Alright. See you later.